the guy in Rollin, we all use our degrees to play some D&D. Enjoy our shenanigans, but first, roll the intro. Alright, welcome back. Last time on Heart of the Forge, our group found themselves in the town of Kirvin, a town known for their devotion to the element of wind and air. They gathered supplies to continue their journey, but met a mysterious stranger, a man by the name of Jack L. They conversed with him at the Red Dove Tavern, where we also had a bit of a situation with our feathered friend and our starry sorceress, who's not here right now, both having some strong paternal instincts kick in for our resident orb. Paternal?
For Philo?
Well, maternal for Philo. Afterwards, the party and Jack...
It's dubbed a father.
It's just turnal. It's just turnal.
Turnal.
Turnal?
Some turnal instinct.
Oh
Turnal
my god.
instincts.
She's not here to defend herself. Anyway, afterwards, the party and Jack separated, seemingly into different directions. However, on the way out of the city, the party caught wind of the wildfire cult giving a public sermon. The sermon was being given by a gnomish man, but the woman next to him caught someone's attention. That woman being an adult human around Kyrina's age, who reacted strongly to the sight of corn chip. Suddenly, the orb reacted violently, burning Philo and Thalon, and forcibly triggering another dream sequence between Philo, Cornchip, Jack, and the woman Delilah. In this vision, we saw how Kyrina received her powers through Delilah's eyes. Delilah, also a child, seemed to convince Kyrina to perform a ritual in her place. But something horrible happened, and Kyrina seemed to receive some sort of power. But not the body? No. But something else was made that did. Cornchip. Looking at you, Cornchip.
One second. Let me...
Well, Cornchip. Let me use... Oh, wait. Hold on. There's the icons, never mind. Suddenly, well, yeah, the orb. Let's see what else. Kyrina booked it out of the city. Essentially booked it out of the city.
Yeah.
Jack running to catch up with their group and landing on the cart afterwards. They made it out, and here we are. Right before we start, Philo tells you all what she saw, but the magic was exposed to her. It was so violent, it affected her physically. It seems that her magic is creating almost armor on her body itself. But for right now, she's unharmed, and Luca would know it's best to just let her rest. So, now we are here.
Quick magic nap.
Magic nap.
What? Okay. Does she normally do that?
Sometimes.
That's the first I've seen of it.
Oh, what have I wrapped
I'm
myself?
so glad she shared everything she just saw before passing out in bed.
Yeah. True. Well,
How's Kyrina taking any of that out they've been lured up to?
Oh boy.
Because you guys did learn, because this one remembered, or both him and Philo, I believe, remembered that Phoenix is a name, not just a type of creature. And it seemed to have something to do with that. Just like to remind you.
Yep.
Kyrina is, existing at the moment. As am I. We're both very tired. Kyrina's just, like, kind of trying to, like, calm down, you know, after she, like, bolted out of the city you know, like all of this stuff happened, and now she's just kind of trying to take a second.
Yeah, Jack's gonna be looking back towards where they were coming, towards where they left, until he cannot see the city anymore. Whenever that happens, he just turns to everybody else, just like, okay. I think we should definitely go to someplace much safer, away from a fire cult, essentially.
Such as.
I can get us there real quick.
Yeah, where?
The belt. Double checking the name.
The belt?
Double checking the name. I'm sorry. Get us the belt.
Okay.
The Bellflower Fields.
Does that have to do with your dandelion man?
A little bit. But it is much farther away from here, and we're not going to be hunted by a cult.
Right.
Which
Are we able
direction
to
would
come
it be in?
back here? Where is it? We have somewhere we're supposed to be going.
We're going south.
Well, it is towards the south.
Okay.
Okay. You
Does
see
it take our cart with us?
Yes.
And the horse?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it will take everything.
Right.
That's good, because we can't just
We can't do that to Kyra right now.
just like, oh, by the way, both the cart and your horse, your beloved horse, is so
We just left them behind in the middle of nowhere.
suck it up, I guess.
Not
Deal with
needed.
it.
It's fine. You'll see him essentially take out what seems to be a scroll wrapped in like thorny vines of some sort, and just roll it out. It's a fairly long scroll, and he just starts reciting. And he will cast essentially Word of Recall plus.
Yeah, essentially.
Impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're teleported.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I can't believe we're with this guy.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
What is he casting?
Just
Just all of us for a moment. Are we sure we trust the spell?
And we're off.
I don't think bikers have ever seen magic this powerful. Probably.
Yeah, no, none of
Yeah.
you guys have ever seen magic this powerful.
Yeah, I just imagine it's like 500 word. It's like a 300-page
500 pages.
essay that's
Yeah.
that's all written out.
Can you imagine? We're like,
You
alright, cool, we're gonna go to this place.
Norm ipsum door.
And that's this man is reading out his 300-word essay in order to get us to this place, and we're like, so how long? Like an hour or what? Like,
I know.
Well, if I remember right, Word of Recall, is that 6 seconds or?
6 seconds.
Okay, so just imagine 300-word essay in 6 seconds.
The disappearance of Hatsune Miku. Anyway, so I need you two on this side of the table to roll D100s for me.
First time using these dice.
this is yes. This is what I'm looking for. We're gonna get that later.
The rolls.
Oh,
we're
we
gonna
have
get that later.
we have a thunderstorm, possibly.
Yeah, exciting.
So, if something happens in the stream, you know what happened. We're okay.
Don't worry. Don't worry. Nothing has happened to us.
I got a 44.
Got 44?
20.
Okay. So, after knowing those, let me type it down real quick.
20 minutes.
Wait a minute. What'd you get, 20?
Higher roll is better.
I-
Well, 50s.
Well, I mean, it is a natural.
And then now I need you two to roll 2 D100s.
Uh-oh.
Come on, be funny. Give me a 0, then what it's gonna do.
Am I just like?
Oh my god.
What'd
you-
90.
90?
78.
Okay, alright. 1 second.
Actually, quick question.
What's up?
When you do roll, it's 0 to 99 you do, not 1 to 100, right? Because
Yeah.
otherwise, is it either 90 or is it 100?
It's a
on-
90.
No. 100 is full on all 0.
Yeah.
It's a 90
Okay,
and
good.
0. It's 90.
I just know that some people will rule it that the 0 is a 10, so it always goes up. I just want to make sure that was not the case. But yeah, 90 otherwise.
Well,
Alright, I will do this then.
A flat 90.
yeah, in mind.
Never.
No, it'd be an 80 and a 10. It's stupid, but
Oh,
some people do it that way.
yeah, that's weird.
So it's 1 to
Alrighty.
100, so it's 0 to 90.
So, for this particular thing, I'm going to. Wait a moment.
So you got both
Don't be
high
scared.
and low rolls. I'm
Okay.
terrified.
Okay.
Typically,
So-
the higher is worse.
As you cast this spell, 1 minute. The thunderclap. Anyway.
Don't be worried, and then
This music.
Okay, so
Godspeed.
as you cast this spell, the power of your god seeps from your arm, and one of the flowers that was blooming wilts, and then goes into this scroll, and these thorny vines encapsulate it, and then fall outward, circling the cart. And as you're going, everyone experiences this bright flash of light. And when you land, you hear a thud as if the cart fell. Like onto the ground, right? But your eyes awaken to different things. For a brief moment, you hear the sound of bell chimes, like as if it was made of glass. Like ting, 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 ting. Fallon and Jack, you two awake in this very foggy looking place.
Not with us.
Not with us, not with you guys. So just these two right now.
Great.
So you awake in
Is
a
Vito
very
still with
foggy
us?
place.
Just
No.
checking.
1 second. Give me a second. I'll get there! God!
Checking.
The DM's the silence.
Oh god. Okay. So you two wake up in a foggy place that seems to have paved ground. So like cobblestone. There seem to be buildings nearby, but there are slight thorns every now and then. Ones that sort of match the scroll a little bit, actually. Kyrina and Luca, you two awake separate from the group in a deep forest environment. This is a very deciduous looking forest. It is not one that you guys have been to personally. Like, neither of you have seen this style before. It's very top of cedar trees and stuff. And it's also very foggy, and it has the similar thorns. Philo,
Where's Philo?
the orb,
Girl.
the cart,
Oh no.
and the horse are nowhere to be seen.
Is Cornchip with me?
It would
Cornchip is with you.
Okay.
have been really funny if the horse and the cart were separated.
We'll
No.
just by
We
ourselves
get the
somewhere
cart,
like.
they get
And-
the horse.
Since Bella's in the chat for us, yeah, she's in the chat. You'll find out where Philo is later. Where Philo and the rest of everything else is later.
No.
But for right now, I need one person on y'all's group, the guys
Yeah.
and
The guys and gals.
gals, out of game. In game, that's not how it works. But I need one of you guys to roll a D100.
I will.
Okay.
You will?
Do dice.
All right.
My lovely
You're the one that
dice.
gave- you're the one that gave it to me.
Right here.
All right.
Pretty ones.
Alright,
What, do you
Destroy
want
us.
61.
61. What'd you get?
24.
You're 8 on.
Destroy us.
Alrighty,
My
so
age.
Hey.
that's crazy. Alright, so guys are gonna go first
Also, now
here.
we all
I
know
need.
how old I am.
I'm gonna have you two step out of the room
Oh.
real quick. So go to break real quick. Go into the break. We'll be right back. All right.
Oh no.
Now that we have just Alan and Jack. Okay. All right.
What have you done?
So, the city that you awaken in, it doesn't look like a city. There's lots of buildings here. It looks to be well lived in, but you pass by a few people. You look like you walk up next to each other, and the people that you are next to don't have faces. They're just walking around like almost foggy silhouettes. Like, and one of them walks right through you. It's like you are not here, but you are here.
And we woke up on like the ground, like we were laying down.
Yeah.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
Well, what did your spell do? Where are the others?
Teleported us to the place, if I read it correctly. But that is a good question. I'm not used to casting that powerful magic, so that's definitely new.
I don't think I've even seen magic that powerful.
Hmm.
And everyone else is missing, and
Well, that's
are
good.
these spirits?
I don't know. Let's see if any of them knows where we are exactly.
I'm not sure they're aware that we're here.
Yeah, it's just to be on the safe side.
The Rainstorm's a paid actor. Not really. What should I do?
Essentially, if one of them gets kind of close, just like, hello? Can you help us?
None of them seem to answer.
Ah.
However, what's your passive perceptions again? I know yours is 9.
Yep.
What's yours?
17.
17? Alright. As you're trying to get everyone's attention, someone's attention, it seems like for a second someone sees you, but they keep walking. With your passive, you notice that there are notes on the ground. Like old pieces of paper, but also new. And it's something that's you could touch, tangible, unlike everything else. You can, you're walking on the ground, you can feel the buildings, that's tangible. But people and objects you can't seem to pick up, except for this.
Now, look at what's on it.
Oh, there's a lot of notes.
There's a lot of them around.
If you pick that one up, the one you pick up, do you read it?
Yes.
The vampire waits in the alley. It knows him, smiles at him. This isn't chance, it's ritual. Calculated, cruel. He screams only once. I felt my wings bristle. Noted for discipline review.
What'd you read?
I'll pass the note to you. The start of it made it seem like it was torn out of a book or a novel, but the end of it almost seems like it was a report of some sort.
Possibly. Jack gonna look around, try to find a different note, and just pick it up.
Okay. That's good. Okay. The note says, wild magic should have protected him, should have done something. Instead, silence, a flicker, a fade. I've seen 10,000 deaths, and this one lingers. He was meant to be more than a smear on brick.
That's not good.
Would either of you like to inspect the paper?
I would.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Alright, do investigation checks for me.
Yep.
investigation.
Also, isn't too high, but I can.
Okay.
I can perceive things. I cannot investigate.
What'd you get?
9.
Before I fully investigate, I will just give myself a little small blessing
Nice.
for guidance.
Sorry.
Oh wait,
That's
can
not
I
really
have that?
good.
Can I do that?
Yeah,
I have a
yeah.
bless. I do have bless.
I love cleric team.
Or a guidance. 11.
11. I'm not gonna say the joke out loud, but you know what I'm thinking about.
12.
Oh no!
12.
No!
Okay, 12. Okay, so 12 and 11. So, with your powers combined, this paper, it's not from wherever you guys are, which is kind of what you picked up earlier. However, you can see that, at least on both of these notes, there seems to be like indents as if there were notes before it. You know, like if you write in a journal, sometimes the next page is indented as if, yeah, it's like that. That's all you kind of get from that.
Can you make out any of those indents in the back? It's too.
Do you have proficiency with calligraphers?
No.
I do.
You do?
I
Okay.
do.
You might be able to pick this up then.
While he's picking that up, I'm gonna pick up the rest of the notes that are around. It does kind of stack them.
Alright, so 1 second. Let me see how many there are. Okay. You're very lucky I rolled 9. Alright. So. Award. Oh my gosh. Okay. Alright. 1 second. Let me. It's quite literally just handing a note to myself. Right. So, what you pick up from this is it seems to be, just briefly, if you look just close enough, I'll give a little bit of this to you. You can make out what seems to be the words memory loop. Seems to be pretty prominent. And very indented. Like, you can see this. Whatever the note before this is, has this on it. It's obvious. Because it also is on note 3 as well. This is, like, very put in there. I hate this already.
I hate this already?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Well, whoever wrote these really hates the memory loop.
I'm not sure what that means. I'm gonna kind of skim through the rest of the pages I picked up.
Alright, so one of the notes says, he lured him with kindness. That thing wore kindness like skin. And he believed it. Of course he did. He was young. Protocol says I must not assign moral judgment. I just can't. Another one says, he drinks from his neck like it's an art. I want to rip his teeth out and carve his name into the vaults as a failure. The boy convulses. He watches his magic die with fascination. He dies as a means to an end, not as a person. I was made to record, but I wish I was made to judge. Another note. I'm staying longer than necessary, I know. I don't care. I'm compelled. This memory has teeth, and it knows me now. I'm afraid of being useless. He deserved an avenger, not an archivist. Note, next one. And this one is pretty torn. And this one looks like it's partially burned of some kind. Father, I beg, come take me from this alley. Send someone to drag me out. I must be tainted by this horrible vision. The bellflowers ring a ragged tune. And then the last note. The vampire grins at me now. I think he knows I'm watching. Good. Let him know something divine is furious.
I'm reading the back after he hands the logical to me.
Okay. You can make out that a lot of these are actually behind one another. It seems from what you can make out, you're missing maybe 3 or 4 pages.
I'm missing like 3 or 4 pages, maybe.
And from what I can sort of piece together with all the things that were missing, it seems to be about some divine figure going through memories of or watching vampires. So that's what I've been able to pick up.
Could be a symbol or something.
And that they are just to watch and not to judge, but they wish to judge.
As you guys are talking about this, you do hear, you notice him hearing, you look up, there are wings flapping, but not of a bird. If you look up, it looks to be like a creature, like a person with wings flying above. And they swoop down and land. And then right as this figure does, it's very clearly a woman, but she's dripped in shadow, like a shadowy figure with these giant bird-like angel wings. She lands, and there are these two figures walking by, a very poised looking man, like young man, and then another young man, but this one, he looks more like a teenager, maybe a little younger, but he is clearly sort of magic inclined. He seems to be touched by the hex field, in that he has feathers, kind of like little pricks of feathers in his hair, and reeks of wild magic. And they're just walking down, and this shadowy figure looks upon them, and you can see them with a quill appear. And she's frozen, and then puts this notebook and quill back into place and lurks, like with her arms stretched out and like this, desperately trying to see if anything is about to change. And then she turns to you two. She perceives you both. What are you doing here?
Where exactly is here?
Here and there. Again. This is different. But I must stay. And then she walks. There's this like dragging, and she walks not to you two. She walks still with these two figures, and I need Thalen to roll a. Let me check. History check. And then after that, I need both of you to do religion.
Okay.
Nat 20.
Ooh,
Okay, I'm
plus
gonna
one.
DM you something.
Plus one.
Plus 1.
Okay.
I don't have the greatest history. I know what this is.
Religion.
Apparently.
You know what this is?
What'd you say about the roll after that?
Religion. Both you guys religion.
Ah, so close to being. Okay.
What's my religion?
Religion is a 22.
Okay.
15 religion.
There you go.
Oh no.
So, what'd you get for religion, Stuart?
15.
Okay.
22.
Okay, so you're preoccupied. It is kind of is familiar, but you're preoccupied. You can remember during all your wild adventures of faking being X, Y, and Z religious.
Yes.
Before you found your true calling. Before you found the one. This quill that she carried and then put back, that reeks of something that would belong to either, I guess in this form, an angel? You would assume follower, and then you're like, but this thing's like divine or something.
Yeah.
Of Kalizak, the god of knowledge.
Okay. I presume you're one of the angels of Kalzak.
She does not listen to your inquiry, and instead continues to walk. And she brings her hand up as if pointing to both of you. Follow. Maybe this time I can change it with new players.
When an angel asks, you follow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm assuming, kind of whispering to you at this point, I'm assuming this might be the memory that was mentioned, looping, hoping something might change.
Yep. And this, or likely, is the one that wrote the notes. Well, we don't know where we are either which way, so might as well.
I'm assuming we're not
we might not be where we're supposed to be.
I'm not even sure we're still in even.
Sorry.
I almost seem like lost for words. Wherever we are from, I've heard of different planes that could exist. I'm not sure that we're still where we belong. I think something that with this spell that you've cast has brought us somewhere else.
Could be. Would my character know what the astral sea is?
You've heard of it.
I have proficiency on Arcana. That's why I'm double checking.
You've heard of it. You can roll Arcana to see if you would think this is it.
Yeah. 10.
Fuck if you know.
It's the Astral Sea.
Half and half.
It could be.
It could be in the astral sea, but that's a very unlikely scenario for us to be walking in. So, let's tread lightly, but tread close. And Jack is just gonna start following.
You said this is a kind of like a town or a city, right?
Mm-hmm.
And since I'm at least under the impression this might be some kind of memory scape of some sort, something relating to a memory.
Mm-hmm.
The place looks different. It's much darker, much dimmer. Do I see any signs or symbols that might be of a town we know?
Yeah. So, you look around. Make a perception check for me. And as you continue looking around, I would like to say that for you, your foot, you do step on something, and there's another note. Why
Just
not?
lift the paw and just grab it. Instantly flip to see what the back is, see if it's anything different.
This one says, I want to request this to be changed, but knowledge must remain pure, unedited. My knuckles bleed from gripping this quill.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm typing as fast as I can,
Yeah.
but I can't type that fast.
It's okay. I didn't even know I could bleed. I thought we were built to endure this. Apparently not.
Okay.
So I can't use my passive here, right?
What did you roll? What'd
So-
you roll?
Total of 9.
9.
That's
Okay.
after my plus 7.
Okay. Hey, you know what? It's all right. I'll say you get. I'm gonna say because I made you roll. You're gonna have to use that roll, unfortunately. But I will give you this. There are some familiar-looking signs to you. It just doesn't seem like a place you'd be often. That's all I'll give you. Perhaps this side of town often.
Yeah. This. Why don't we pull up I'm trying to pull up the map really quick.
I'll give you time, but I'm gonna keep
Go ahead.
describing. So as you keep walking and you follow this shadowy figure, you can't really make out hair color or skin color. It's quite literally, you know, the Heartless from Kingdom Hearts.
Never played the game, sorry. I vaguely know though.
This is the wrong audience. I'll save it for when they get in here. So, a spoiler alert. Anyway, it's essentially a dark shadow with just yellow eyes. That's essentially what she is. And you walk and follow her behind, and you see that this assumedly vampire take this kid into this alleyway, and then cover his mouth, and then just immediately up against the wall, and just start drinking. But it's very elegant. It's almost like when you dip someone in a dance and then slam against the wall, and you guys are just forced to see this. And she gets so mad. I'm not gonna scream. She screams and goes, "Ugh! Not again!" Sorry. I said I wouldn't scream and then I did. Ugh! I have to go again. This has to go again. Has to go again! And she stomps off again, flies up into the sky, and leaves this almost pushes both of you back against the wall. Like it's a strong, powerful wind. And then you blink and you're back where you started.
Okay.
This is the memory loop.
This is that.
Also, this area feels familiar somehow. I've not seen it before. And there's not many places I've been. This is likely to be Acropolis somewhere. Somewhere maybe in the northern area.
Okay.
In one of the northern districts. I don't tend to go up there that often.
I don't think I've ever been around Acropolis northern districts, but yeah. This is gonna be interesting. I'm gonna try something on that vampire. Noticed that.
Okay.
We could probably follow the same path we did before.
You
Yeah.
do that?
Essentially.
You do that? What would you like to try? You see the same figures walking.
As we are walking, I know that there's other objects we can't interact with. Are they all blurry, or can we still look at them, just not interact with them?
You can still look at them, you just can't interact.
Is there anything akin to a newspaper that might have a date on it?
Okay. I get where you're going for. There are no newspapers, but I would say there's construction work that you can see. And you realize now, I'll give this to you since you've actually been here before. 1 second. So, you would know this from your history of Acropolis, and you've been there many a time in this specific location. You just didn't recognize it because the place you've been is the building that's currently under construction. It's been there forever, as long as you've thought. Apparently not. This is a construction of a temple to Hexalti.
This is the Hall of Mirrors?
This is the Hall of Mirrors is being
shit.
actively constructed. This was like 1,000 years ago. This is an old situation. And you would know the reason why it was built is because Cordelia the Blue-Scaled, the one that essentially took over Acropolis, she named the city after herself. She was a strong devout to Hexalti, and she wanted a temple right across from the castle. So.
Holy shit. This is to the direct center of Acropolis. We're right next to where the castle would be.
Oh.
This is the Temple to Exalti being built, which was over 1,000 years ago.
Huh.
And the castle is also being built upon. It seems to be also being actively built.
Oh.
But the city is still here. The town is still here. And as you know this, is because there once was a town here prior. It was Floven. And it appears that you are in newly formed Acropolis. When things are changing. For the better. Maybe. Depends on your views.
Huh. Yeah. Okay. Tell me if you see that vampire-looking bloke. I'm trying to see.
And there he is. Right where he should be.
Okay. Well.
What are you doing?
Trying something. It's a specter. At least it looks like that. So, spectral versus spectral. I'm gonna. He can't see any of this.
Okay.
Casting Mage Hand with no verbal, somatic, or anything kind of components, that's invisible. And I'm essentially trying to touch the back of the vampire's shoulder with it. Trying to see if seeing if a spectral thing is affecting the spectral thing.
Gotcha. Nothing's happening.
Not that.
Fool. Ugh.
Would it hurt?
And she takes almost like a claw-like hand and goes right through the head of this man, and it just goes right through like water, and then it back into place. And she's freaking out. She's crashing out actively.
I take a step back away from that.
Okay, that's so weird.
Nothing I do changes. Why am I stuck here? I need to finish, but I don't want to.
Need to finish what?
Roll persuasion. Five.
Right next to a nat 20. It was a 2+.
Rip.
Why would I tell you, dog?
It's to help you.
I'll allow you to roll again.
Nat 20 +3.
Goddamn.
He did in fact, folks. He did in fact.
From a 2 to a 20. That's
All
just
right.
one side difference.
Hooray! Understandable. All right, I'm listening.
Apologies for war. I was just hangry.
I must finish this record. But I cannot write the end because there is no end.
Oh.
It just keeps happening. But from what I've gathered, it is the end, but it's not, it isn't. I need... Okay. I need to just leave, but I can't. I need to leave.
Why can't you leave?
As it's happening in the memory, as this is you talking, the memory is continuing on, and it happens again. But you guys just don't see it. It's off to the side, and then the memory restarts. But you stay next to each other talking, but the building and everything changes again back to where you guys started. I see it. The exit. It's past the alley. But I can't do it alone. I need help. And I can't do it alone. Why did he make us so dependent on each other that I can't do anything alone?
Who do you need?
I need to find my sister. She's... But I don't think she's here.
We can help you find her, hopefully. That's the exit.
Exactly is here though, and what rules govern this place?
I don't... I mean, I remember, but... She calms herself down just a little bit. My job is to record memories, events that are set to be forgotten. And so we keep them in our vault, in Father's vault, so that nothing is never really gone. His children go and take and record, but this is not the memory I was set to get. This is something different that the bellflowers caused. I don't know where we are. It's here and there and in between. I don't know. And she scratches along the ground, and more of the thorny vines appear from the ground, almost as if you guys can make this connection now.
Emotions are happening.
Yeah. She's crashing out, and the thorns are happening.
Well,
Do we know what the bellflower is? Like, does that...
You should calm down. It seems to be your rage is creating thorns.
You're right, Jackal Man.
That's what they call me.
I know. So what would you like to do?
Where did you last see your sister?
We were sent to find something. A memory that was about to be lost. Deep in the desert, in the far desert. One place abandoned by the gods. But there's some sort of barrier around it. This field of bellflowers. I thought because we had Father's protection, we'd be fine. But we weren't. We took one step into that field, and I am here. And so I took to my job, but I've done this before, I think. But I haven't. I'm not sure.
I'm assuming, like, out of character, two things. Do I know what this bellflower is? Is that name ringing a bell?
Can you roll religion for me? This one's gonna be kind of tough.
13.
You have no idea. If you would like to, you can. Religion as well.
Religion.
And while he's rolling, since you're talking about something in the desert that's going to be forgotten, I know that we're going... Is it to Nazarene or something south of Nazarene?
South of Nazarene. Technically, you were headed to Nazarene.
Yeah.
Which is the last known city before you get to where you need to go. What'd you roll?
17.
17? Alright. You have any questions?
No. I was just going to roleplay something out loud.
Okay.
You can go back to it.
Okay. Bellflowers, you were told by your god, that this scroll would take you to the field of bellflowers. He didn't tell you none of this would happen.
No, he did not.
That actually checks out.
But it appears that bellflowers are in some way, shape, or form connected to your guy.
Yeah.
And your mission.
Well, I'm just thinking in my head.
That's as much as you get.
I'm essentially thinking in my head, Equa, is this making any sense to you? This is something that I believe is related to you.
Roll persuasion for me.
Please,
I know.
Equa. 9.
Okay, well, you convinced him enough. I do need a counter roll.
Okay.
This is my voice. This is a remnant of someone that I know created this. Mel. Even in death doth her power linger upon this mortal plane. How quaint. That's all you get.
Well, that wasn't very helpful. What was the name that he hit?
Mel.
Mel.
He said Mel.
Yep, just double checking.
M-E-L.
I have it now. Well, it looks as though Mel left her power here.
Mel. That's. Hold on.
I-
That name sounds familiar to me.
It does? What you thinking?
Hold on, I'm like looking at my notes.
While he's looking at his notes, how's everybody's day going?
I know. Things are going pretty good.
Oh, my notes are a nightmare. If you know what it is, give me a little reminder of what exactly that is. Apologies.
Did I see this in other things? I don't know how much I've told you in private.
What?
See, this is real D&D moments.
Real D&D moments.
Give us
Yeah.
20 minutes, people.
Mel was mentioned in many of the, or not many, but in one of the backstories. Mel is like just a name that's been mentioned before. In many of the
Was that
vision-
related to the wildfire cult? Was that the woman
No.
fire? No, that was
No.
this Lato's what I have written down.
Yeah, that's Lata. You're thinking of Lata. I mean, you're not too bad. I'm not gonna explain why. Yeah. Alright, so what would you guys like to do?
That name sounds familiar, but I can't put my finger on it.
Well, I am a little stumped, other than trying to find her sister might help with this scenario. So,
I need to go. I need to leave, but I can't. I don't know.
I'm trying to cut this stuff.
What I'm assuming is I know that you were trying to teleport us. It might have been in a similar area, so we ended up in the same situation as you.
Possibly.
Were you trying to go? I know you said south towards the desert. Was it like southeast of Nazareth?
Yes. And she looks at you, and you feel this like warmth in your head, and then that's it. Just like goes.
Nod. Yoink.
Essentially.
Felt weird.
You're going to the same place. Makes sense.
Or at least
now.
an attempt to.
Perhaps you can. Perhaps. You see the same feeling in your head. You both have felt. Perhaps you can. I will take you to the exit. Try to open the door.
Certainly.
Alright.
And she takes you, she walks you back. And the scene's happening again. And you're watching it, and you're watching this conversation take place. You can't exactly hear what's being said. It kind of... It's almost like what they're saying, how they say it, is lost to time.
Okay.
But as they talk and you walk, and it happens again, he elegantly grabs this teenager's child and just and you see the life leave this kid's eyes. And just for a brief moment, it looks like he's looking at you. And maybe you wish you could have done something. And this woman certainly does, because she stops for a moment and almost paralyzed by this.
You need to leave.
I need to leave. She clenches her fist and walks right through them as you follow. And this door appears. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna try opening it.
How big is this door? Like, what does it look like?
It's just a door. There's nothing grand about it. It's just a plain door.
I'm gonna try opening it.
Okay. As you turn the knob, this orangeness, this warmth, this heat that reminds you of the same warmth that you felt from the orb when you entered the orb's mind. It's almost like it's guiding you and telling you, and you hear his voice, the orb, the child. Ah, there you are. There you are. And you turn the knob, and his power changes the door to be glowing this bright orange. You open the door. Do you step inside?
Is it just a glowing entranceway, or do we see anything on the other side?
It on the opposite side, it is a flower field, a bellflower field. It's, you know what lily of the valleys are?
Yeah.
Yeah. Those, but they're made entirely of glass. And it's a field of them. And as you open this door, there you see in front of you the cart with Lily and Philo and the orb. And Philo's holding this orb. And she looks happy to see you. And that's where we're gonna cut to break. When we get back from break, it'll be the other team's turn.
Round 2, people. Round 2.
Yep. Alright, and welcome back. Now that the other two have found their way somewhere, we return to Luca and Kyrina,
Great.
who have awoken not with the party, but instead somewhere completely new. Where you awaken is this giant forest. You almost can't see anything through the trees, except just more and more trees and greenery, shrubbery, all kinds of stuff. It's almost as if this place hasn't even been touched by any sort of mass construction. What's something that you're used to. But it's foggy. And you're in the middle of nowhere with each other.
I'm
corn
gonna
chip.
kill that guy
And
when we find him.
The
with
cart
my
is
own
nowhere
two
to
hands.
be found.
Nowhere.
My horse is not here.
Philo's not here, the
Philo!
orb's not here, the cart's not here. It's just y'all.
Philo! Oh, she's knocked out.
Oh, we should get somewhere safe. Somewhere to calm down.
Do you want
Where
to
the-
kill them together and we're
Where the
gonna find him?
fuck are we?
Can I climb a tree? What, these are like pine trees?
Yeah.
No, you said it was deciduous.
Yeah.
Let's both climb a tree together.
Let's see if I understand the word deciduous, everybody.
There's coniferous and deciduous.
You said
Is it coniferous?
deciduous?
Deciduous is not evergreen.
Alright, thank you. It's, what's the other one?
Coniferous.
Coniferous, thank you. I don't know, it's been a while since I've taken, like,
What is that, like 8th grade science?
8th grade science. It's been a fucking while. Oh, excuse my language. But the point is, there's whatever type of forest it is that has cedar trees in it. That one.
Right. Well, God. I'm gonna try to first run up it vertically. Forget that I can't do that anymore.
Fall down. Fall on your ass.
Fuck! Forgot!
I start climbing a tree.
Alright.
I start
both-
climbing it as well.
Both of you make acrobatics or athletics, either one.
Let's see.
Acrobatics.
Doesn't really matter because I am the same at both.
16.
That was a nat 20.
Oh!
Bruh.
Plus 2.
What did you do? Acrobatics or athletics, Karna?
Let's just say athletics.
Okay.
They're both the exact same modifier, so.
You climb this, like,
Claws in
Yeah.
like, I'm sick of this shit. I'm getting to the top of this damn tree. Anyway, and then what did you roll?
16
16?
acrobatics.
You get up there. You do some sick moves. And
Shut up.
Slip.
There's
one
no
time.
quotations there.
You do some sick moves and you slip once and you gotta look around and no one's around to see you. You're like, yeah, no one saw me.
Some Karna's around.
She's busy climbing.
Anyway, you guys get to a relatively tall point in the tree. And you look around. Forest. All forest around you. There's some small mountains off into the distance, off to the far east. But there's no tall buildings. There's no notable water features you can see other than like a handful of some ravines. What's your passive perceptions, guys?
That would be 13.
13 and
13. Oh, 15.
15?
Everything's
Alright.
right.
And then you, Karna, you're looking around, and you're just like, oh man, I can't see anything. Luca turns around to the opposite direction, and you almost miss it, but there is a little bit of smoke off behind you guys, further south. Not like a huge,
Like
but
a little
like
campfire.
little campfire type looking smoke. Which is amazing that you can see this through fog.
Cara, over there. Did you see? That
Do I see?
way?
No answer.
How far away is it? Is it like
It looks
a
like
trek away? Or
it looks like you could probably walk there in like 10 minutes.
Okay.
I have a question. This forest doesn't look like a familiar type of forest to me. It just.
Roll history for me.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the map. What chart was that?
It should just be in. It's either in the art chat or it's in
Here it
Gen
is.
chat.
It's campaign discussion.
Campaign discussion. What'd you
It's a 12.
get? 12.
There's like no forests to the south, right?
No.
Bruh.
With the. You said south? I thought you said north.
Great, thanks.
Anyway, but yeah, no. They're the only forests on this continent are up to the north. Like, further north. But with your roll, you look around. Nada. Nothing from this angle. Nothing looks familiar. It feels like familiar, but not. Like you've seen it in a dream once, long time before.
Right.
You know, one of those type
What-
of
What
feelings.
kind of trees were in the vision that Philo described?
Oh gosh, which one? Which vision?
The
Refresh me.
Karna.
One with Karna. Those are the same trees. Those ones.
There's the ones that are around us?
Yes.
What kind of trees are around
But-
the Radiant Empire?
Similar trees.
It's all the same. In
Why
this,
so many carnivorous forests?
Now, when you get closer into the Radiant Empire, you would notice it starts to turn more into a tropical-esque climate. So it's kind of this
The jungle,
the jungle, essentially.
right?
So eventually it switches, but it's
So-
green.
Well, there's a whole load of nothing except that campfire.
there's no hills, are there? It's not hilly.
There are some hills, yes.
But it's not like hill country. It's just kind of hills
Yeah,
occasionally.
yeah,
In a mountain, you said?
yeah. There's like a, and when I say there's like a couple of mountains, I mean they're off in the distance.
Okay.
Like,
on the horizon.
On the horizon, itty bitty. Like those are some. They're big, but they're far.
No mountains on our continent.
Next to the Solstice Lakes.
Okay.
Well,
You would know this, Luca. That to get to the mountains, they are. It is so out of the way.
Yeah.
No one wants to go there. There's just nothing there. Even the elves don't touch that place. And it's not because it's cursed. It's because it's cold. They don't want to go there. And then you would know this as well, Kyrna. No one goes to the mountains. Maybe there's like a distant village. That's too far away to think to go there. So, that's all. What would you like to do?
so I guess we're here now.
Figure out who's got the campfire.
Does that feel like a good idea right now?
There's nothing else.
What if we walked away from the campfire?
Into more forest.
I mean,
I'm gonna kill that guy.
well,
He's dead.
great.
I
We'll have
hope
to get
Philo's
back to
with
him
Alan
first.
because
Oh boy. Well, I hope my horse is okay.
You guys.
he said it would transport the horse in the cart, right? Did we ask him? Or was
we
it
did
just out of
ask.
character? We asked him in character.
Yeah, that's a good character.
We did.
He said
He said it would.
hopefully they're with Alan, and he didn't just like steal our stuff and let's just walk.
You sure?
Let's get back
Can
down.
once we get back down, I'm gonna have Corn Chip kind of scout ahead.
Okay. As you guys are walking towards, I'm guessing,
Yeah,
the campfire area, or at least the fires
the
area,
smoke.
you notice some dark thorns, like blackish purple thorns, going in and out, like through everything. And as you're walking further into, like towards the thorns, it's getting way more foggy, and there's still the fire off in the distance. As you continue on.
Yeah. Should we sneak?
Probably.
Oh, I think we should start sneaking.
Let's start stealthing.
We'll start stealthing.
Alright, roll stealth for me.
That's cocked. Ooh, that's bad.
What'd you get?
9.
I also got a 9. Let's go. We're not doing good.
9.
We step on some.
Okay, so
Ow!
I imagine both you guys are walking, and then you both go, oh, that's a good place to step. Ah! But you're not very stealthy.
Great, thank you.
But as you don't really think about it, because you don't hear anything. And you guys both, for different reasons, think it's weird that there's no sounds of critters. There's no sounds of people. or water rushing. It's like dead silent except for each other.
Is this place like fake?
It's gotta be fake. Ain't no forest I ever been in that was silent.
Yeah, this
Forest ain't a silent place. Just saying.
Does Cornchip see anything?
Courtship. You see something?
Cornchip flies past you guys and then flies back and then seems to answer yes. What you can decipher is yes.
Great.
Great. Okay, just something up there for sure. Person?
Oh boy. Anyone we know? Anyone
Alright.
you know? Okay. He learned how to nod and shake his head.
Yeah, because I haven't raised his other head or What was that noise?
Anyway, as you continue on, whatever was causing the smoke, you now see is a fire.
Really?
Like, what I mean is, it's a building that's on fire.
Oh.
It's not like a campfire. It seems to be this a kind of cabin. It looks very old. Like, and by old, I mean the style of architecture that this has looks to belong to ancient history. Kind of like far in the past. No one makes houses like this anymore. Even out in the boonies, they have better ways of doing it now. However, as this fire roars, and you can feel the heat, there is a figure off in the distance, opposite to you both, and it looks to be a woman drenched in shadow, and she just stands there, and she has something in her hand. You can't make out what it is from this far, and both her hands, some in here and some in here, she holds, and she's just watching all of this with this. You can't make out what the expression is, but you can see her eyes, and they glow yellow, but she herself is entrenched in shadow. And what are your passive perceptions?
15.
Okay. I say you both notice a little bit as you were walking some pieces of paper. 1 second. Okay. What do you do? There are pieces of paper that are oddly, like, I don't want to say interactable, but interactable. They almost look like they're not from wherever you are. They're oddly colorful, and it's not as monochromatic as the rest of the environment around you. Okay. Do you read it? It seems to have writing on it. Okay. The note says, "The master will not understand. He told me mortals have patterns, that grief is a thread to be filed, not followed. But I followed it. I can't remember the steps to leave. Did I unweave myself into this?" That's all it says.
Hello?
Read this.
I don't know.
Do either of you have proficiency in calligraphy tools? Calligrapher's tools?
No.
Do I have one? Yes.
You do! Awesome!
Wow, that's crazy.
Alright, so you notice on this piece of paper, I'll give it to you. Because I gave it to John, I'll give it to you. on this piece of paper, there seems to be indents that, you know, whenever you write in a journal, sometimes the paper afterward has like an indent from something else that was written prior.
I can see the previous page.
You can see a little bit of indents, as if this is probably a torn piece of paper from another existing journal. Can you roll perception for me? Actually, investigation.
Not perception.
It depends on how much you look into it. Do you like to kind of glance at it, or do you like really see like, oh, there's indents in here?
Like I try to read it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to read it.
Okay, investigation. I saw that.
Doesn't matter. Fine.
Okay. There's, you can't make out anything. You just know that there's indents there. Whatever it is, it looks to be decent, the same kind of amount of writing as this is, but that's pretty much it.
She's like, what does that say? Snorkel? Carta, there's like, this is from a journal, obviously.
I
It's
look
got
at
like
it.
indents from the previous page. What does that say? Snorkel?
Sure is a piece of paper.
No, the indents.
What do you want me to do?
Never mind.
You think I can read all that? Indents on a piece of paper?
It's fine. It's fine.
As you're talking, you hear a man in the distance
Oh man.
yelling. You can't make out what he's saying. Whatever he is saying is an old language that neither of you can understand. But he seems to be yelling distressed, like in this distressed manner. And do you look towards him? Look towards this direction.
I'm gonna cast guidance on Kyron.
Okay.
Alright.
And this man, as you can see, and this figure across the way from you guys, also turns, and you can see her actually open her mouth, and she seems to be also at least saying the bits, whatever he's saying, she's also saying, but she's saying it as if she's reading off of a script, and he's saying it as if he's meaning it.
Yeah.
And this man looks so distraught, and he looks shocked, as if he didn't expect all of this, and he's like he's frantically fetching a water and putting it out, and he successfully gets out at least some sort of walkway and rushes in, and you hear noises, and this woman walks so delicately, and the flames do not harm her. Everything that's happening does not harm her. And she has these, one second. Pull this up. As she's walking, she's still reciting whatever he is saying. Here we go. And she very clearly has these very strong horn-like shapes that go like this, a part of her silhouette, but everything else is in shadow. And she goes inside.
Are we like, they're speaking some ancient language. This is some kind of ancient house. Like, are we?
We might be in a memory.
Or I was gonna say back in time.
It seems like she knew what was going on already, so.
Clearly, I mean,
Here,
I'm
gonna, like,
what are we supposed to
use
do?
elementalism to spray Kyrena with some mist so that
Mist?
she's damp. And I'm also gonna spray myself
Oh, I didn't click on this.
so you don't catch on fire.
Right, sure, but okay.
Oh wait, I think you're fine, probably.
I'll probably still burn.
Well, you're wet now.
Thanks.
I'm going to approach
I guess I approach too.
Alright. With your passives, you also notice 2 more pieces of paper along the ground.
I pick one of them up and I look at it.
Alrighty. This note says, "He weeps over the boy like he might still be heard. I sit beside him. I'm not supposed to interfere. I don't think I'm an angel anymore. What was my name before this mission?
Oh.
Was I ever born? Or was I only written?"
Having an existential crisis.
Right?
I guess I kind of go. I just kind of go. I guess I'm presuming that she's the
Yeah.
you know. Where are
She
these
just
notes coming
watches
from? Why are they so
things. I'm
intense?
gonna go pick up the other one. He's just like falling from the sky.
I guess.
They seem to be notes that... roll insight for me.
She like tearing them out of her journal as she walked. Like,
Should I roll inside as well?
You can if you want to try to decipher maybe why
Sure.
these notes are around.
ooh, finally 23.
Okay, what'd you get?
10.
Okay, so Luca.
I got it.
One second, let me get okay. You can make an assumption that maybe whatever is happening, whoever's writing these notes is maybe leaving them to herself, as if trying to remember something. So she might be actively forgetting who she is. But yeah. I'm not laughing. So the note. Who else? Someone just picked up the note. Okay. There's a note. And it says, sorry, I'm breaking character. I am not assigned emotion. I am not assigned memory. But the smoke clings to my skin now, and my robes hold ash. There is a door behind the collapsing wall. I'm losing track of real from the remnant.
Well, she's going a little crazy, I think. I don't know why we're here.
Yeah, what kind of spell did he cast?
I don't know.
Because, like, this is crazy. And we're having a bad day, I think.
Yeah.
It's a bad day today. Tomorrow's
Do
gonna
you
be
want to
better.
walk into the flaming building?
Whatever. Let's do it.
Okay, well,
Peek through the door.
We peek through the door.
and
I
You
add
see
another layer of mist
Yeah.
and a guidance. To
the
kinda-
fire doesn't harm you guys
Oh,
at all.
Well, that was a whole kind of.
But
it'll evaporate in 1 minute. You will be wet.
what you see is actually a pretty haunting scene, and that is this man, this gnomish man,
Hello?
yeah, lifting up, trying desperately to lift up fallen beams and furniture, and drags this small child out, probably like 5 to 6 years old, small child, and he picks him up,
Well, shit.
and the woman stands, and she again is repeating what he's saying, and she looks so sad, like so ridiculously sad, as if it was her child that he pulled out from under. And she walks, following him outside of the house, and he goes right through you guys. You have a brief moment of like, oh crap, he's coming this way. He goes right through you. But she gets to where you two stand, and she looks down at you, because she's actually pretty tall. She's pretty tall. And she looks down at both of you.
I wave at her.
You you're not usually here.
We're not supposed to be here, I'm sorry.
What are you doing here?
I follow this because I must remember it. I must. It's something that Father has entrusted to me, I think. And she kind of like elegantly slips in between both of you and continues walking.
Do we?
Luca, can you roll history for me? I was thinking about it. You couldn't do it.
Pair of shoes. 9 again.
It's the 9s and 10s today.
It doesn't get. You don't get anything,
Like,
unfortunately.
wow, it's a weird looking person.
It's crazy stuff happening.
As you see the man and you hear his voice now like clearer, and you see his face ish. It feels familiar, but you can't quite put your finger on why this guy's familiar. Her, nada. What's y'all's religion? Pluses.
Oh. What's
your religion?
What's your religion?
+1, 2.
Okay. I'll let you guys roll for this.
Alright.
Can you both roll religion for me?
Oh, sorry, that was outside of the...
15?
That was a nat 20.
Holy
Again?
+1.
crap.
Wow.
So that's so funny. I'll tell you why that's funny after the session. So as this woman's walking by, you can both see now what's in her hand as she's pulling it up, a notebook and a quill to continue writing. In this quill, you see this quill, and you're like, that's notable. That's a notable quill. Who is it? That's notable. And Kyrina, and you're like, man, this day's fucking garbage. That quill looks exactly like a follower of Kalazok's quill.
I just kind of pulled that out of my ass, I guess. Like, whoa, how did I even know that?
Kalazok is the god of knowledge. And I'm gonna say that you know this because out of your many trips to the capital, you've gone and done a little shopping every now and then for yourself. Maybe you go and get yourself a little treat at a gift shop. But sometimes you get there on festival days. And once you remember, you can't exactly remember what they were celebrating, but it had something to do with the god of knowledge. Perhaps it was a graduation of sort from various schools and such. But each of these people had robes on, like these stoles, that had marks of Kalazok on them. And you remember this because you thought his name sounded kind of a little funny. That's all. But Kalazok.
That's a mark at That's Kalazok's quill?
Oh, that's why it looks familiar.
How did I even know that?
Ma'am, who did you say your father was?
As she walks, roll persuasion for me.
I'm not gonna roll that one. Natural 20.
I saw that happen!
You said persuasion?
Yeah,
+1. But you
Okay.
know, natural 20.
yeah. Not high, no, I'm kidding.
Yeah, well.
Well, she continues, she goes to write and then stops and turns around to both of you. My father is Kalazok, the god of knowledge.
And why did he send you here?
He did not send me here for this. I have been here before so many times. So many times have I been here. But I've been here once before. He sent me for something different. Something that's not this. Yet I am here. And what did he send me for? And she looks back down to her journal in her quill, and she looks like she's trying to remember. The bellflowers. That's what I was. We got to the bellflowers. And she looks onto this scene, and this man is crying out, and this child is dead. He's gone. There's nothing he could have done. And as he's screaming these words, look at what languages do you speak?
Common, Elvish, Gnomish.
Okay, what do you speak?
Common, Druidic, Gnomish, and Halfling.
Okay. You pick up just a little bit, kinda, from what he's yelling. And I'm gonna go ahead and give this to you too because of what you've studied. Every, little bits and pieces, you pick up on a phrase that is commonly used in Druidic that means, a price for power. You pick that up because you know Druidic. And apparently the old language you can make out that he was speaking in is some sort of old Druidic, old, lost to time. But this phrase, that phrase, the price for power, has stayed in history. Enough words still used today. And you recognize this phrase as one of the phrases that is carved at the big temple. At every major temple, this phrase is carved somewhere in, on, the tenants. But he's saying it in sort of this way you can guess, not regretful, but almost like how you would say something if you're going to get back at someone. Like a strong, I'm going to do this kind of way.
What do you think? I said I'll kill Jack.
Yeah. But.
Right. Who's that?
That. I know you rolled out 20, but you're gonna have to roll persuasion again.
Oh man, I was hoping that'd be cocked. It's not. 5.
Oh. You do not know?
Should I?
I thought you did.
I don't think you're supposed to be.
You should.
What? You should? What?
Why should I?
Both of you should.
I look again.
You look again?
I'm like, what? Should I
Get closer, look at this guy.
Yeah.
You guys can, I'm gonna give this to you guys again. Both of you roll history.
Well, let's go. History, I look again at this guy. I'm squinting, who do I know? I know this guy.
11 and...
That's a 7.
Why are we rolling garbage?
Dude, 7, 11? Oh my god.
Yeah, Let's go.
Crazy.
Dudes. Okay.
11.
So, man, it's just not.
That's a
It's
guy.
not hitting you. But-
he's just a guy. Like,
Perhaps if this angel of the God of Knowledge is telling you you should know him, and you recognize that this guy's got to be important, he's a gnome.
Is it Van Lander? Wow.
Ding,
I
ding,
got
ding,
it.
ding, ding! You
It's not
figured.
like Van Lander, is it?
wait. What is? I mean,
Did he have a child?
in my brain, I was just kind of like, in my brain, I was like, wait, Van Lander was a gnome?
Yeah.
I guess I forgot about that part. I mean, that's why I didn't recognize him. I didn't realize he was a gnome. Crazy.
But she nods. There we go.
Are you okay?
I-
Do you need to, like, get out of here? Like, you seem very
Yes.
weighed down.
That sentence piques her interest. Yes,
Like, maybe take a step back for just a moment.
I need to leave, but I can't leave.
Why don't we go sit down for a second?
I need my sister.
Your sister?
I don't know where she is.
Yeah, let's get away from the fire and Van Lander.
And Let's just casually
And-
here, I guess.
As you start to lead her away, the environment shifts
Oh no.
back to maybe the start of the fire. And it seems like this whole thing is gonna happen again.
Oh shit,
So there's like a loop
she's just been
going on
looping here.
Oh boy, how long has she been here? Oh, here. Look, what do I got in my bag? I have too many damn sickles.
Here's a sickle, honey.
Have a sickle, it'll make you
I
feel
have
better.
a branded canvas bag.
I forgot about that. Don't you like a branded bag? Iron pot. Why do I have an iron pot?
I have 5 daggers. Will that calm her down?
Maybe 5 daggers and a sickle will calm her down.
5
I have a
daggers.
shovel.
God.
A bunch of tools at her.
Yeah.
Right, well, and let's try to find like a fallen log or something that we can all sit on.
Sure, I give her some like rations, I guess. That's the only food I really have.
Do you need to eat?
She takes the rations and
It's not great.
I don't think she's eaten for a while.
it's just falling out of her mouth. Thank you.
Focus on the sensations. Bring yourself back here.
Ooh, okay. Okay. I think it's coming back now. I've been here for a while. A long while. I know where the exit is, but I can't open it without my sister. But we weren't sent here. We were sent to the Bellflower Field. Because there's going to be something there that will be forgotten soon. And our Father sends us out to make sure that there's a record of it. Everything that is to be forgotten is never truly forgotten. But we got there, and then we were separated, and we've been here. I don't know why, but I just know that I need. And she's looking to both of you, and it seems like something's clicking. And you feel this warmth in both of your foreheads.
Please tell me we're not the ones to be forgotten.
Yeah.
Oh no.
But you kind of feel like a. But you seem to be fine. And she blinks. I may not be able to go past the field, but you two can.
The field? Wasn't that where we were supposed to go?
Where is it nearby?
I should have just kept
Not
riding
here.
the cart.
The bellflower field is in the far south,
Where are
right
we
before you get to Mel's labyrinth. The labyrinth of melancholy.
Is that where we're supposed to be going?
Oh God, I hope not.
I hope not to.
It was, in fact, the place they were going to.
Oh no! I don't want to go to the labyrinth of melancholy. What have I got myself into?
But that is. We were supposed to go there, but you two seem to have the ability to get past it, the barrier.
What barrier?
Perhaps you could open the door,
What door?
the exit.
To
labyrinth?
memory?
Yes.
How did we get here? How might that have happened?
I don't know. But if we leave, perhaps we'll find out.
Well,
I can take you to the exit, but I just haven't been able to open the door.
So you
Because I
said
keep seeing everything.
you were separated from your sister. Is she in this memory
I don't
also?
know.
Okay.
She can't be here. I've looked. And even if she was, she would be flying. She has big wings, and I would be able to see her.
well, I'm gonna go ahead and send my corn chip, my bird. He's right here.
Yes,
and
I know.
see, yeah.
What's your name?
Roll persuasion.
Start with a J.
Does this start with a J?
16.
My name is Yanasa.
Stop! What?
Yanasa.
Does that ring a bell?
No.
Yeah,
That ring a bell
I
to
didn't
me?
know. What's his name? Calzone.
Calzone?
What's the guy know his name?
Kalazok.
Kalazok. There we go.
Anyway,
Oh, right. Well,
here. And she stands up and she leads you onward. Back into the house.
Oh, we're going in? Alright.
Is this before it was on fire?
No, it's still,
It's still on
as you guys go in here, it's happening, and where he's grabbing this child and he's leaving the building, and now you see Van Lander not as this prestigious, like, powerful archdruid, but is just a man that apparently lost his child once long ago. Maybe a fact that has been forgotten to time. And you keep going, and she leads you to a door in the back. And she can't open it. Like, it's just a door, a very plain looking door. And it doesn't look like it's a natural part of the house. It looks like it is just straight up a door that is magically in this place.
Is this where you came in?
I can't remember that part, but I know this is the exit. I just can't open it. Can you try?
Sure.
I want to insight this lady.
Yeah.
Be like, are we about to like unleash an evil upon the world? That kind
Is
of
this
thing,
my
you
Pandora's
know?
box over here?
Yeah, like, should we?
Yeah.
Let
Try
her
insight,
out.
Insight. Do you want an insight as well?
Sure. Let's go. Insight. Insight times. Yeah, insight squared.
8.
Natural 20.
Hey!
Plus 5, 25.
Good, because I got.
Hey, you ain't getting nothing. You're like, this is suspicious.
Suspicious.
What you get from this, Karna, is that this woman appears to be genuine. 100% genuine. That she is scared. She's tired. She's sad. She has to keep reliving this. And she can't open that door. Like, her trying to open the door was genuine. She can't do it. But her belief in you, both of you, to open this door is genuine.
Alright.
She thinks you can do it.
Okay. Alright.
Well, I guess we'll figure out how we got here on the other side, hopefully.
Hopefully we open the door.
Yeah.
Alright, well, will it work better if we, like, hold your hand? I don't know if we, like, to walk through the door, like, you gotta be...
You can hold my hand.
Okay. Okay. So we...
I'll hold her other hand.
Together, Cornship
With the power of
sits on my
friendship.
shoulder. With the power of friendship, we open this door.
Okay. Yeah, I know, right? You go to open this door, and Karna, as you put your hand on the handle, you can turn it, and as you can see from your veins glow this bright yellow,
Oh, that
and you
smells
feel
like
the warmth. And since you guys are all holding hands,
Oh,
we all three,
yeah,
right?
yeah, awesome.
This is new for her, but also not, because she kind of zapped your memories. That's okay. Absorbed them. But it's a new sensation for her exclusively. You all feel the warmth of
friendship.
the orb.
Oh.
The power of the orb allows you to open this door. And you open it.
Did Soren bring us here? What?
You open it. And open the door. And outside, you see in front of you a cart, Lily, Philo, and the orb sitting like this, like she's holding the orb like this, and thousands of these beautiful glass flowers, like lily of the valleys,
Oh.
bell flowers. And they hear the soft ringing as the wind is blowing them all together to sound like bells.
Well, it seems at least one of us got to the right spot.
On the far side is a matching door to y'all's. But as that one opens, you see your feathered friend
Hey.
and Jack with another woman, shadowy looking woman, opening the door at the same time. And Philo looks to them and gets excited, and then she looks to both of you and gets excited.
Philo.
And then we're gonna go to a quick break so the other two guys can come inside.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so now the table has been reunited. Everyone's back! And you're in the bellflower field. You step outside these doors and you greet each other.
Hey.
I went to Philo.
We're like, I'm kind of just
kind of look behind me. Is the door still there? Or is it gone now?
It's gone.
all right. So we're
Do we see each other walking through doors?
Yes, you do. You guys both arrive at the same time.
Was your spirit as well?
I'm hugging Philo.
Was your
Philo's
spirit
hugging you
as
back.
well? Did it repeat?
there was a bit of a loop, and there was a sad woman.
And,
That's sad.
and these two women now in this field, and as they step through the door, their shadows leave their bodies as they see each other. And what you see on your side, there is now both these women are tall. They're about 7 feet tall, They're
Oh wow.
actually pretty tall, like angelic beings. Well, a little bit. On your side, you see a blue woman with solid red eyes, and long red, look like miniature wings that appear from the side, and these giant hawk wings, solid black, on the back of her, and she's wearing just very delicate, like, almost like a romper, like I'm looking at a picture, like at a romper that's like white, and she has anklets on her that jingle a little bit as she moves, and then dogs out, yes. And she has long red hair that's braided into this long braid. And on the opposite side, on y'all's side, you see this woman with purple skin, with blue detailing. The other woman had purple detailing. But this woman, she has these long, almost like bull horns that go up like this. She does not have wings, but she also has a very long, like little tail. You guys didn't notice before, but it's very stringy. She's also dogs out, but she has a long skirt that stops right around her waist, and then a long-sleeved tunic shirt on. And they both see each other, and they get so excited at seeing each other. And the one with the wings blows right past both of you, and she has giant, massive wings and flies to her sister. And they hug, and they're so excited to see each other, and they're reunited. And they circle around, and both of them say, and when I speak, they finish each other's sentences in the sense that they are speaking as one person almost. Thank you so much. We were lost and now we are found. Who are you? And why do you have them? And they look directly at the orb. And Philo's like,
Well, wrong story.
You know, we never really gave ourselves. We don't really have like a name for ourselves, you know.
Well, I'm Jack. I'm the new one of the group. I'm the one that brought us here.
Speaking of the fuck,
I did not know it was gonna do that.
Yeah,
I'm this close to like
I don't
lunging at you.
think that was his fault. From what I understood, any attempt to teleport into this location might have caused that.
when you reach
Supposedly,
the Belfort,
Mel caused this problem. Mel.
The stupid,
Yes.
melancholy maze.
Oh,
Oh, I don't want to go there.
yes. Mel, the goddess we came to write about. Yes,
That's why you came.
we can't continue, though. Something else blocks us. We cannot continue forward, unfortunately. We must report this to Father. This is alarming. Unless...
Oh no.
And they look to all of you. And they're holding hands, just as a little side note.
Just so we know.
And they say, we have...
Sorry,
Oh.
Alexa just popped up out
No.
of nowhere.
Yeah. Oh, Alexa.
Or
Yeah, it's fine. And they say, we take note that you chose to help us. You could have left without us, but instead you chose to help us. We appreciate it. Finding our way back to each other. To here. We wish to give you something, and then if you choose to help us again, will give you something more. We can talk to Father to give you something more. And then they take, like, the one on the left and the one on the right, they take their hands and they put them together. And they put their hands down. And there's these little glowing marks, these crystals. It looks almost like a bluish purple tinge with like a little bit of green at the bottom. Are you interested?
I'm one not to say no to acknowledge God's angels. So
Okay.
What was it? I'm like, my brain.
A rock.
A rock. Sure. I'll take a rock.
Right, yeah.
Right, well, that
What do you want?
seems...
Does everyone take a rock?
Yeah.
Philo, you're watching. Do you take a rock?
Oh, are there multiple?
How big? How big?
Yeah.
take a rock. It's fun.
They're like little crystals.
Please let us know if
You
you
want
take a
some
rock.
crystals?
Not to be, yeah, like, it's more like this.
Okay.
Like a D8.
Can we eat?
Mine's heavier.
Oh my gosh. But if you do take them, when you grab them, this crystal in your hand dissolves, and you feel this warmth in your head, in your temple, including Philo. Philo does this too.
Oh, yay.
You should know
Philo,
this
get
too. And all of you get this little bzz in your head. I need you all to add 1 to your intelligence score.
Oh.
That actually gets me up to an even number.
Yes. You get
Okay.
a free point of intelligence.
Yeah.
1 second.
Bit of intelligence.
Okay.
13 to 14.
I gotta go to manage. Dang it. Manage.
It is dissolved. And if Brian was joking about it, I was about to go, oh,
All right.
as I do with most little trinkets.
And with that, we will take our leave. We will return when you exit. If you wish to say yes, you can agree then. All we ask is that whatever you learn in there, you tell us too.
In the labyrinth?
Yes,
Right.
Which we're going into.
yes.
Perfect.
Do you want us to, like, write it down, or...?
You merely need to agree to give us the information, and we will take it from you. You could keep it, of course.
Right. Speaking of,
Yes.
how does that work?
What were
Taking the information.
we simply look into your brain?
Perfect.
All mortal creatures have a library, a vault, hidden inside of their little bone head.
That's a weird way to say it. Why are you looking at me when you say that?
Little bone head. You are little.
I mean,
You have a
sure.
little head.
You are made of bone.
I sure am.
You all are made of bone. Anyway,
And other stuff.
yes,
There's other stuff in there.
you are living meat sacks.
Great.
Do you know of anything in the wilds that might take memories?
Oh, and the one you asked, her name, Yanase,
Yeah, you can say.
speaks up. Forgive me, but I did take a gander into your mind because I felt that You had-
drawn to the
the orb. Someone did enter your brain. I could not
nice.
release the blockage, but I can tell of you who did put it upon your head.
I would like to know.
All right. 1 second. I'm looking into
Look
my
through my
vault.
archives.
I'm looking through my wallet.
Let me go into my mind.
That's loop 3,777. That's loop 3,075. That's the.
The person that altered your memory, or more accurately, put a barrier against it, was Ulabaran, the Angel of Lorana.
Fucking bitch.
I do not know why.
Does she like hang out there? She.
I think she asked. She asked her angel. No. She did not. It is unclear. We must find this out. Yes, we must.
Yeah.
We
If
will.
you could let me know if you find anything, it'd be great.
We will reveal what we have learned in exchange for what you learned.
Sure.
Deal.
Sure.
Oh boy.
Shoot.
Yeah, I was like, you're making a deal with them.
Then angel.
Jack just realizes something and just goes, "Oh, I never asked your name."
Oh.
Wow, rude.
I was more focused on trying to help her.
1 second later.
This is not a pretty loop we were in.
It was not.
Does yours involve Van Lander by any chance?
Ours
No.
involves a vampire and a teenager.
My name is Yalnasi. Yalnasi.
Spelling, please.
You're gonna hate me. YALNIIHSS.
Did you just like smack the keyboard?
Hope's
No.
like, I need a new name. I can't use ChatGPT. Okay.
Yeah.
Use Joseph. Can you just like type those in the
Yeah.
chat? Both their
Mm.
names.
Philo has a request. She wants to look at Jack and see if he has anything weird about him. So he does have weird things about him. I'll tell you that next time when you're here.
Right, yeah.
But it seems that you have made a deal. I'll type in the names in chat after the session. But you have made a deal, and they cannot enter Melancholy's domain. But you can.
Wow.
But you seemingly can.
Oh my god.
Melancholy.
Yup. I'm so creative. Thank
Not the
you.
first thing I do.
But
I don't have anything to throw.
you were all reunited.
Different emphasis on melancholy.
Yep. And with that, I'm gonna say that. 1 second.
Melancholy.
Melancholy. Yeah, I know. I
It's-
felt so powerful writing that, guys.
It's funny.
It's such a way to say
I don't want to go in this
melancholy.
labyrinth.
Yeah. Anyway, but that's all for tonight. Catch you in the next stream. And remember, no matter the outcome, always let the dice roll. Good night, guys.
Good night.
Good night.